Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? It's Suzie here, and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in the area of Brisbane, and really the whole of Australia, because if you don't have a demonstrator that you buy with or talk to, you can contact me and I can help you. So here we go on the weekend again. Sorry I haven't been there last week. I did intend to do some videos if I could. I started back to work on Wednesday, and that's for 5 hours. So by the time I got home, I was pretty well tired, say. And my foot was throbbing. So I ended up taking some painkillers and going to bed and just resting my foot. And then again I worked on Friday, so Thursday was really out of it because my foot was still pretty tender. So Friday I worked, and then I had to go shopping, do a bit of shopping after work. So here I am today. So I'm going to try and do a couple more videos before I go back to work next Wednesday. And at the moment we're talking about the golden greenery, which is a fabulous suite. So you've got like 2 lots of paper, and you've got your dies and your stamps. So everything I use today is actually listed in the More tab down below. And if you like the content of my videos, please give me a like, drop in into the chat and tell me how you are and where you are. And also if you can give it a share as well, it would be mostly appreciated. I'm new to this. Good morning, Margaret. How are you going? So I'm trying to build my channel up. So today, as I said, we're using the golden greenery, which I absolutely love. And we'll go down into the back in a minute and I'll show you the papers and the sweets. You don't have to use it. It looks Christmassy, but you don't have to use it as a Christmas set. You can use it for anything you want. So we'll go down on the mat now, and we'll have a look what we've got in for the golden greenery. So just bear with me a moment and I'll pop down and change the camera to my desk view, and I'll just set the camera up because I have to push it aside when I'm talking to you, otherwise it's in the middle of my face. So I'll just see if we can get that straight. How's that? You've got all of this, Margaret. It's beautiful, isn't it? So this is our golden greenery, which is the stamps, and I keep my dies in with the stamps and I put them on a magnetic sheet so that I don't lose them. So these are the beautiful stamps. Now these cut out on the paper, so and so do these smaller ones you can use, and the bells. So I think there's only these 2 that actually don't cut out on the paper, but I haven't looked at that one yet. So they're just a beautiful set of stamps and dies. So I've used these two here with the looks like a fern palm. So I've used those, but I haven't used the other ones yet. So that'll come further as we do a few more cards. Yeah, I loved it. As soon as I saw it, I just thought, yeah, want that one. And then you've got this one, which is your greetings. So this has got all your Christmas greetings that you could want. I'm pretty sure I ordered dies to this one, but I can't remember. So that's all your greetings. You can stamp them. And then I've got this one, which is iconic imagery, which, look at this beautiful celebrate and grateful. And then you've got all these little bits and pieces that you can cut out and add for your Christmas or birthday card or whichever you like. So now to the paper. The paper is just to die for. It is absolutely stunning paper. I'll give you a look at it. I have started on it. As you can see, I've cut off some of the pages. So here we have the double bells, the mistletoe and the Christmas tree, thongs, I suppose you'd call them, branches, and the dies fit these. The dies fit these. I fussy cut this because there isn't a die for the double, but there's a die for the big one and the small one. So I'm not great at fussy cutting, but I did half a page of it there trying to get through it. So you've got this one, the dies fit these, and you've got little berries here between. And look at this, absolutely stunning. I've got a mistletoe and I don't know what these are, but they're like a leafy branch. So you get two of each, and on the B side you've got the cream with the dots. Then you've got this one here, which is this one I cut out here. And then you've got the green on the back. You've got diamonds there. And look at this green here. You could do a green on green tone and it would be absolutely stunning. So here's the one too with the double bells, and you can cut these out and cut the single bell out. You can't cut the double bell. And on the back of it you've got a nice plaid. This is my favourite. I just love this. It's just beautiful. Then on the back you've got the green. And we've got like stars on the cream. And then this mistletoe. So that's that one. Whoops. And then the piece of resistance, I suppose you would say, is this one. And it's Vellum. It's absolutely gorgeous. Again, you can cut out some of the things with the dies. And as you can see, I've already been into it. So you've got the same leaves here and the little berries. And the fir tree branches there have got snow on. And that's the right side. Looks a bit brighter, doesn't it? And then this one, this is gorgeous. Looks like snow when you put it against something. Beautiful. I did use half of that, but I wasn't happy with the way it turned out. So, and you get 2 sheets of it all. So, so that's our Vellum. Just absolutely stunning, and especially like I'm going to a lunch today with some of the girls from I used to work with, we're having a Christmas in July. So what a fantastic set to do the Christmas in July. Now, just before I start on our card, I just want to remind you, sorry about my voice going gravelly, hopefully when I have this little treatment on Monday, that it will fix it. Apparently one of my vocal cords has got really thin and it doesn't work properly. So they're going to inject some, like a Botox stuff, into my neck, and it's supposed to fill up, stretch out the vocal cord. So let's hope it works. So here we've got our basic card designs. So it's on page 22 if you've got a catalogue, and it gives you 22 card designs. So if you can't think of what you want to do, you could always go through these and do them. You don't have to keep them exactly the same. You can start doing them like this and then just add your own bit to it. You know, once you get going, then you start experimenting with stuff. And all through the catalogue, you've got cards that can help you design. So it's full of information that is helpful. So you've got the one that says Hide Wishes and the embossing folder here, and it gives you a couple of cards here that you could make by it. So we used that the other week, the $7 one, a couple of weeks ago, I think it was. Last week we did the leaves. So there's plenty of things in this catalogue that will help you. Now, come September, we've actually got a mini catalogue coming out. So as a distributor, I can actually I can actually pre-order. So I can get some of the things up front and show you. So I'm looking forward to that. So I'll be able to buy some of them in August. Mind you, I've still got a lot here that I haven't shown you either. So we'll get down to the card. So I wanted to start with quite a basic card. Still looks crooked to me. Is that better? Hopefully. So we're going to make a card, and I've cut out the bits. So that's for stamping on, and these two are on the front of our card. And then this one is our insert. And then in here, I've got some little bits and pieces that I fussy cut. And as I said, I'm not brilliant at fussy cutting, but there I've done that pre to the the injection. No, neither have I, and I'm not looking forward to it, I can tell you, Margaret. You can, they can put you to sleep if you want to. Otherwise, they numb the area and then put it into your neck. I'm not looking forward to it, I can tell you. So they've ordered the stuff they put in, so just have to wait and see what happens. So whether I chicken out and say, look, put me under, then I'll have to go back another day. All right, I'm choosing cherry cobbler. Beautiful colour if you want to use for Christmas. And red's one of my favourite. So my card size is always 5 3/4 by 8 inches. Unless I'm doing a card that I have to use a different sizing, mine always are the same. So we've got to fold our card in half. Get it straight. And then we'll take our bone folder. This bone folder is great for making a nice crease in your cards. So that, and then we've got our white piece, which will go on the top. And then our gold piece will go on top of that, so that we've got a little border around everything. So, and this one's for the inside. So it's a pretty basic card today. Usually I like to start off with something basic. Last time I think I did the fancy ones first with the leaves, and then did a very basic one at the end. So that's the front of our card and the insert. Now this we are going to stamp, and we're going to use Celebrate. So Celebrate could mean anything, couldn't it? It could mean a wedding, it could mean Christmas, it could mean a birthday. It doesn't have to be Christmas. So with these, I put them down on my mat, because when you're pulling them out, they stretch. So if you put that straight on your stamp, it's going to be stretched out. So the best way is to just put them down on your glass mat. Now, these glass mats are now for sale. So they're in the online exclusives, and they're absolutely magic for using with your stamping. I have two. I have one for my jewellery, and I have one now for my card making. So I'm going to get a block. So I don't know how long these mats are going to last. So we'll pick him up. But if you are interested in having one, you really, get on there and get it now before they go. Because I know the first time they came around and the demonstrators were allowed to buy them only, they went just like that. And they said that when they get more, demonstrators would be able to buy them in the beginning, and then what was left over would go on the online exclusives, and then customers could buy them, which is great. So what I'm going to do with this, I've got my Versamark. Just my throat's a bit dry, just bear with me a moment. I just had a sip of my cold coffee. So I've got my Versamark, and I've got my little box embossing buddy here, which we have some tweezers, which are great for holding it so you don't burn your fingers, a little brush, an embossing buddy, which we're going to put all over our piece of paper here, our cardstock. So this again is the cherry cobbler. Just beautiful red. So we'll give that a good dusting. Put it back in. Have to get a little container for it. Good morning, Lynn. How are you going? Oh, yeah, hard, Lynn. The first day I was just so tired. Even though I wasn't doing it like a lot of running around, I was mainly sitting, but I had to keep getting up and walking around. So by the time I got home, I just took some painkillers and laid in bed, put my foot up on some pillows. So yeah, it's been a bit of a tough week, but make sure I've got copper there, not gold. That's our gold. So these, the embossing body is great because it's got a screw part here, which you'll see in a minute, and you can tip your powder back into your jar. So it's a great idea. So we'll just put that aside at the moment with that. Now, here's our Versamark, and we're going to put the Versamark, which is a clear sticky substance. So we're going to put this all over our stamp. And then because we've put the powder on our piece of cherry cobbler, that should remove all oil and fingerprints and things like that. Yeah, so do I, Lynn. I guess it will as you know, I get back into things. It was nearly 4 months that I was totally housebound, so you know, it makes it, your body has to recover from it. You'd be the same, Margaret, too, when you can't get out. So we put that on there. I'm just glad it was my foot I broke and not my hip or something. That would have been even worse. Okay, so we'll put that on. Yep, that's come up nicely. Now, where's my... So now we'll put it in here, in our little tray, and we'll... yeah, that's true. Quite true, Margaret. So we're going to put this. The other one I actually did in white, the white and red, which was great. But then I put a white insert and did it on the white insert, and that wasn't any good. So see, that's come up lovely. And because we used the powder, there really isn't any bits around it. I'll just give it a little flick. There we go. Now, I thought the cat had come to keep me company, but he's not. So we'll put this aside. And then I'm going to take my tweezers and I'm going to hold it this end. Now, I'm going to so you can watch the magic as this changes. Sorry about the noise. I don't know whether turning my noise down will help it. Let's see. Does that make it any, like, is that less noisy? Coming through the, not the sound is coming through the computer. So I always try to do it. Oh, Margaret, that's terrible. Oh, God. So you can see this is changing. Like magic. Put this, having the sound down, did that make it less noisy, or was it still the same? Oh, I got a bit there. All right, so there's our celebrate. So this is going to be a good laugh because, as I told you, I'm not any good at fussy cutting. That's my ribbon scissors. That's those little scissors. I just had the other scissors. How can you lose things? Oh, look, right in front of me. How do you lose things that are in front of you and you can't see them? So I'll put the Versamark away. We don't need that. Well, yes, we will. We'll need it for the inside. Silly me. Okay, so I'm going to try and do this. As I said, I'm not, and I'm left-handed. I sometimes wonder whether it'd be better to start this way. So to keep your scissors and move the paper. Yeah, that is so sad. That would be terrible for any mother, or any parent, I should say. My granddaughter's just started driving. I used to worry about the boys when they went out and when they got their licenses. Now I worry about the grandchildren driving, because it's not necessarily them, it's the other people, idiots on the road, that some of the things you see them do, you wonder how they even got a license to start off with. And the young girl next door, she's got her license. She's on her P's. Excuse me being quiet. I'm concentrating. As I said, I'm not the most brilliant one for fussy cutting. Get rid of that. There. And the last one, the first one I did, I cut out the C. What have you girls got planned for the weekend? Anything? Anybody doing anything exciting? I'm going to a luncheon today. I know. It's quite relaxing, isn't it? So you're left-handed too. And I think it makes it harder because you can't see the letters. Can't see where you're cutting. I think if you were right-handed, you'd be able to see more. Whether that's it or not, I don't know. But it is quite relaxing. I can understand why people will sit there and cut a whole page of fussy cutting different things. Probably made a real mess of this, but sorry about that. I was scared of cutting off the letters. Well, there we are, sort of. Yeah, it will be, Margaret. There's quite a few ladies that have left work, and we all catch up every now and again for lunch or for dinner or something. One of the ladies likes entertaining, so, and her and her daughter do an absolute awesome job. Always too much food. She doesn't let us bring anything. So today we're all taking something that's a consumable. Oh, that'd be nice, Lynn. I haven't played Mahjong for a long time. Now here comes cutting out the C. So I bought a bottle of wine because we have like a $10 to $15 limit on what we take. So consumables will either be like chocolates, cakes, pudding, say Christmas pudding. I bought a bottle of wine and wrapped it up, sort of. Got to finish wrapping it when I finish the live, and then I'll head over. It's only about half an hour away from me, so now probably would have been better just stamping this and putting it on. But I did want to fussy cut it. I think it looks more dramatic than just stamping it and putting it on. But I seem to be making a hash of this. Maybe look. Probably should have just left that in. I've still got that big bit in there. Okay, it's a bit rough. And I'm not going to go and take these loops out because I'd just destroy it if I did. So I better quit while I'm ahead, hey. All right. Now we'll do our insert while we've got this out. So we'll clean our Celebrate. It is nice. Probably most of it will be wine or some sort of food. So, and what we do is we have a number, like we pick a number out of a hat type thing, and And then we start at number 1, and number 1 goes and picks up whatever they want out of the gifts, and number 2, and so on. So, and then number 10 gets whatever's left. So, but it's always good fun, and it's always get nice gifts. Where did I put that? See? Celebrate. Right here. You too, Lynn. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy your day, and catch us on the replay. That'd be fantastic. Have a good weekend. So that's that. Now I'm going to use Greetings of the Seasons here. So I thought it's the most wonderful time of the year. Might be a good sentiment to put on. As you don't have to make it a Christmas card. You can use other sentiments out of other sets and just make it as a birthday card or something. So put that down, get a block. Now we want our Versamark back. And we'll stamp our Versamark. First we better do the embossing buddy, hadn't we, before we do anything else. Otherwise it might not work out as well. Okay. Now I'm trying to get this about in the middle, hopefully. Really not happy with my fussy cutting, but I should have probably just left it as 1. We'll bring back our embossing buddy. You can't really see, you might be able to just see that, I don't know. So once again we will get our gold. That of. Okay, so I'll put this away and do that after. I'll just take my tweezers And here we go again. Sorry about the noise. Does it help if I turn the sound down? There we go. That was better, was it? Didn't get all the noise. Okay, let's put this card together. So we've got our first piece to go on. So this is the first mat. First mat I do always the same. The card is 8 inches on one side by 5 3/4. So our first mat is 5.5 by 3 1/4. So it's just that little bit. So it gives a nice and using the Tombow glue, the liquid glue, gives me time if I have to move it a little bit. Put it on down a little bit. All right, then we'll put on our beautiful golden cream. This is just so luxurious. Is it cold and windy? I haven't been outside yet, but I think it's going to be the same here, Margaret. It's that time of the year. It's coming up to Eka time, and it's always cold and windy when we get into Eka. So people have been seeing snakes around. You would think they'd still be asleep. But people have, on the Facebook pages for the area have put photos on of them being in the house. I'd die if I found one in my place. You wouldn't see me for dust, I can tell you. There we go. And I did this. Should have done it that way. But I'll have to change the card to this way. So I'll take our little bits. Okay, so here we go. Get some dimensionals. I'll put them in here. They're the new ones. There we go. So what I thought of doing, I have to make sure you put them in the right way too. And then the bell on the bottom. What do you think? Oh, you and me both. I don't like them. When I lived out in the country, when my husband was alive, didn't like them. I'd go out the deck and find one on the chairs. Oh, no thanks. So what do you think we do it like this? And then our celebrate will go across the top like that. And then our inside. I'm going to put a block on that and try and, while we're doing this. There we go. So this is the idea that I had. The other card I did that way. So this one I'm going the other way. So what I did was I just popped the ends up on dimensionals. Somewhere I've got some small ones. Minis. Here we go. Here I had them. Whoop. Nearly lost them. You have to check which is the right side. Otherwise, in putting it on, it's a lot brighter on the right side. So at least with the minis, like you can't see them. And then the bell will cover the ones. That one's not going to come off. So if we put that, don't want them going off the card. So I'll put him under there. But I want them to have a bit of movement. I don't want them just flat and sitting there. Yes, your mother was right there, Margaret. Isn't it funny how mums have all these sayings? And when the boys were little, I'd hear myself saying the same things to the boys as my mum used to say to me. It's quite funny. There we go. Got two there, we only need one. Keep it. this one can go on the bells. Whoops, doesn't want to come off my nail. So then the bell will cover up where our stems are. And then I'm going to put this on dimensionals as well. So I'm not the most brilliant person at pussy cutting. I'll have to get some practice in. I'm sure being left-handed is probably more of a hindrance. Put it on there. I don't think even. I just want to, oops, a little tiny piece. Okay, so I wanted that to go across there like that. And again, it's on dimensionals because I want them to have some movement. Not that much movement where it's falling off. Idea to take the backs off, wouldn't it? Right? I wonder it was flapping around in the thing there. That's better. So I have to sort of do a heap of words on card and then cut them out. Now I just want to, I used shaded spruce last time, but I think I'll use old olive, maybe granny apple green for this. On that block, that's too big. What did I do with my other block? Here it is. We'll clean that off. And then we can use it on the leaves. One thing with these chamois, put them in, wet them and put them in a DVD and they stay moist. They stay moist for ages. Once they get dirty, then you can rub them out, bring them out, clean them. Now these are that 2-part stamping. So okay. Now what I think I'm going to do is stamp off before I put it in. So this one's old olive. No, stamp off, it's too light. I don't want that to get on there. No, that didn't come out real well, did it? It doesn't seem to be stamping right at all. Clean it off. Probably a bit of a, what's it, this one? Trying to put it on where it equal with the other, but I'm not sure. That's better, but it looks a bit tacky. Okay. I won't put the other one on that I was going to do the other, what's it, but I don't think I will. That's got a bit thick up in the top there. This is great. You can just wipe it down. And put it back in. So I'll stick this inside. I'm not totally happy with that top bit. Not much I can do about it. But I can do it on the other side, which I might do. I'll put it on for now and then I'll fix it up after. So I'll just put a bit of glue on here and there. And then what I'll do is I'll do another one and put it over the top. Now, of course, just wipe the... Didn't we do that? We did. I must have missed a bit. Must have missed the tea. So it's not going to be... So I'm going to make another piece up for that, because that's just I didn't get the fussy cutting done properly. So that's the white one I did, but you can't really see white on white. So get some white paper. I might have a piece already cut out. That's a card base. Okay. These things come to try us, don't they? I'll get another piece. I don't really think I'm... Where did I put my bag? Alright, so let's have a look. So, excuse me. So I want a piece that's 5.5 by 3.25. Sorry, 3 3/4. I'll do that one too because don't throw these away because they're good for doing your sentiments on. All right, let's have another go. Hey, see what I can do with this one. All right, so we want our stamp back. Our Versamark. So it just goes to show what can go wrong, what happens. And I didn't dust it. I can't even see it. We'll make sure it's done properly. No good having a card that's half done. Now, Versamark again. Okay, and we've got enough on there. One thing, it's paper. You can always start again, rip it up, go to the other side, whichever you want. bring our embossing body back in. Okay, that looks okay. I'll put that away after. I'll turn the sound down for you. A card. Okay. Make sure we get our tails this time. Okay, that looks good. We've got all the tails. That's what I missed, was the tail bit. It's isn't beautiful how it comes out. Love heat embossing. Now, I think I might use the smaller leaf this time, the one that goes on the top normally, I think, rather than that big thick one, because I just want a little print of it. I'll do that scrap piece. thicker than that thick piece. It's always nice to decorate the inside and the envelope if you do an envelope. It's always nice to do that. And look, I've got smudge on the side. All right, bring our card back. And we'll put some glue on it. Okay, and the combo just gives me that edge to getting it straight, and I can wriggle it around. See, with the heat embossing, it oh, Zoe just came up talking to me. It was worth redoing, yes. That looks better, doesn't it? I've got ink on my fingers again. So I'm not going to put any ribbon on this. I might put a couple of what's stuff everywhere. Actually, Linda's idea was good. Would be good for this, putting your now I do have the red and white dots. Well, could use those. Those the crystally ones. Which one do you think? 1, 2, or 3 be the best ones? Which do you think? Should we use these new ones that go with the set? I don't think we need much because we've got quite a bit on the card. That's why I don't want to put a ribbon on. But I think just a plain one, number 2. Cool. Don't want anything too fussy. Because that will take it away from. I'm going to take a pick tool with my putty end. Come on. There we go. I put the big one between the bells there. And then we'll put a couple of little ones. Need to learn how to fussy cut, that's for sure. So we'll call that a card. I might put some Winker Stella on it. just a little bit of sparkle. To get used to doing this too, flicking it. A bit on the inside. There we go. That's a card. Practice makes perfect. It sure does. And I'm going to have to practice my fussy cutting, especially on words. That's be the biggest part. And I wanted that cut out. I didn't want just a plain strip. So, yes, I have to practice, definitely. So this is the one I made the card of when I was designing it. So I did this one this way around. Put my lid on my putty. And I did it in white, and then when I did it, you really can't see it. So, but that's the way I did that one. And then this one. So, there we go. Thank you for your patience. And have a good weekend. And I'll catch you all later. And Margaret, I will see you tomorrow night. Okay, have a wonderful weekend and thank you. I appreciate you being there and watching me. Bye.